the neighbor on Harlow Street in Chartier City kept calling the police on me. She did not report me to the police when I first moved in, and the girl that I met from Briarhead came up and was threatening to beat me up. She did not call the police. She did not make any reports to the government. She did nothing. She did nothing. She only reported me with everything pertaining to family, everything pertaining to children playing in the house, running around, basically everything pertaining to noise around my house. She reported me. She reported me to the government, but at the same time, she would talk about me. She would talk shit on me. She would talk about me, and she would start with me, and it was weird, right? And the police came to my house a lot, and they asked me to send the kids outside to play, and I said, well, the kids don't want to go outside and play right now, and they don't have to. They can run around the house and play. That's what they can do. They can run around the house and play. They don't have to go outside right now. Even if they wanted to, they don't have to go outside right now. And that's what I was telling them. I'm not sending them outside to play. I said, this is my home, and they don't have to go outside to play. And at that point, when the police are called on you so many times, or when you're stopped and you're trying to go get popcorn, you're trying to go drop popcorn off at your son's school for a charity event, and you're continuously stopped, and there's more going on the outside than what the eye beholds, who do you turn to, right? At that point, I have to handle my own situations. At that point, I have to handle my own life situations and try to figure things out as they come, right? And my son, I would look through his social media platforms. I would look through his phone call logs. I checked his phone periodically. And when we lived in Mount Oliver, there was this text message, and I looked through his phone. I couldn't rely on anyone for help, because any law enforcement, because the police kept getting called on me. You know what I mean? So at that point, I was scared to call the police. I was scared to call the police. And how do you handle situations when no one in law enforcement wanted to effectively handle situations, right? And my son was like, he had text message from a guy. I said, who's this guy? And he said, oh, this is Sincere's family member. He said, we call him our uncle or whatever, something like that. And I said, well, why are you asking him for money? He said, because he said I can ask him for money, right? And I said, well, what do you mean? I said, what's going on here, Sean? I said, you shouldn't be talking to this grown adult outside of school and in any school functions. I said, I should know everyone that you're talking to. I should know everyone that you're coming into interaction with. I said, I should know everyone. And I was like, I said, well, I'm going to block this number for right now. And I had to handle situations as they came. No one was effectively helping me and communicating with me. You know what I mean? With life situations. They blamed me more so for everything that occurred, but not looking at the full story of situations in law enforcement.